You ever sit across from someone who doesn't actually want to be there? You're on a date in the West, she's on her phone, you're asking questions, she's giving one word replies, and you're the one paying for dinner. Again, now imagine this instead. You're sitting at a little cafe in Cebu. The girl across from you is smiling, not the fake kind, the kind that reaches her eyes. She's curious about you, she's present. She's not pretending this is an interview, she's actually happy to be there. That's when it hits you. This doesn't happen back home anymore. And that's just one reason why, for single guys, the Philippines is one of the last true paradises left in Asia. But there's way more to it than just smiles and good weather. And to understand why so many men are quietly packing their bags and heading to the islands, we need to talk about the things that make the Philippines different and why other Asian countries just can't compete anymore. Let's start with something simple but powerful. You can actually talk to Filipinas. It doesn't sound like a big deal at first until you've tried dating in other countries in Asia. In Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, or even Japan and China, communication is often rough. Even basic conversations can feel like a game of charades. You rely on simple English, translation apps, or just sit in awkward silence. And yeah, you can laugh through it, but that only goes so far. In the Philippines, though, most girls speak English and many are fluent, not textbook English, but actual conversational English. That means you can connect fast, you can joke around, you can be yourself. And when you can actually talk to a woman, not just about the weather, but about life, goals, dreams, you build real connection, you build trust, you bond quicker. And that turns what could have been a short term fling into something that feels grounded. This also means fewer misunderstandings, less cultural confusion, and way less pressure to perform in a language you don't speak. You're both on the same page from day one. And the crazy part? This simple language connection becomes one of the biggest relationship advantages you'll ever have. But even deeper than language is the way the Filipino culture feels more familiar. You know how in some countries you just feel foreign? Like you're always an outsider, no matter how long you stay? In the Philippines, that feeling fades fast. Because here, the culture isn't just friendly, it's familiar. A huge part of that is religion. The Philippines is a predominantly Christian country, and that creates a cultural framework that mirrors the West more than its Asian neighbors. You'll see churches on every street corner, Christmas decorations that go up in September, and values that lean more traditional, family, loyalty, and yes, marriage. Filipinos grow up watching Western shows, speaking English, listening to American music, and understanding your jokes, not just nodding politely. So there's less translation of values, less explaining yourself. It just works. Compare that to Japan, where things are hyper formal, or China, where family pressure and status dominate every decision, or Thailand, where relationships with foreigners are often seen as transactional. The Philippines is still different. You feel it in how people talk to you. You feel it in the rhythm of life. You feel it when a woman calls you babe and holds your arm walking down the street like it's the most natural thing in the world. And speaking of relationships that feel natural, let's talk about something a lot of guys quietly worry about. Here's something no one talks about openly, but every older single guy thinks about. In most Western countries, dating someone 20 or 25 years younger than you'll get judged. In Vietnam, same thing. People stare. Her parents get involved. The family pressure kicks in fast, and suddenly you're not just dating her, you're navigating a minefield of expectations. But in the Philippines, age gap relationships are not just accepted, they're common. It's not unusual to see a 45-year-old man dating a 25-year-old woman and no one blinks. Why? Because here, age is often seen as a sign of stability, wisdom, and maturity. A lot of Filipinos prefer older men, not just for financial reasons, but because they're tired of local guys who cheat, lie, or can't commit. Many Filipinos are raised in environments where family values come first. They want a partner who's serious, kind, and secure. And older foreign men often represent exactly that. So if you're 40, 50, even 60, and you've been feeling invisible in your home country, you're not invisible here. You're valued. And once you start dating in the Philippines, you notice something else too, something deeper than just age or culture. There's a word foreigners use all the time to describe Filipinas: Sweet. It sounds simple, but it's not. Filipina sweetness isn't just about smiling or being soft spoken. It's this genuine warmth, the kind that makes you feel like someone actually cares about you. She'll cook for you. She'll message you good morning every day. She'll remember your favorite coffee and bring it without asking. It's not performative. It's not transactional. It's just how they were raised. Kindness and joyfulness are deeply embedded in the culture. Even when life is hard, and for many families here, it is, they still find ways to laugh, connect, and give. You'll see a family of six eating together with one bowl of rice, still smiling, still teasing each other, still showing love. And that attitude shows up in relationships too. But here's the thing, this sweetness only really shines if you're with the right kind of Filipina. And that brings us to a hard truth. If you date only from dating apps or hang out in clubs, you're often going to meet a certain type of Filipina. She's flashy. She knows her angles. She calls you baby in the first 5 messages. And within a week, she's already hinting she needs help with her rent. Let's be honest, that's not the paradise you're looking for. That's just a pretty scam with good lighting. But if you step outside that bubble, if you meet women through friends, through work, or even in the provinces, the energy shifts completely. Many good Filipinas are the opposite of materialistic. They don't expect Gucci bags. They're not checking the brand of your watch. And the best part, if you treat them well, they'll treat you even better. Loyalty, affection, devotion, it all comes naturally. You're not just a wallet to them, you're the man in their life. And when you find that kind of dynamic, you realize just how rare it's become, not just in Asia, but anywhere. But let's talk about something else you'll notice once you stay here a while. You know what happens in the West when you're 45 and single? You get a dog, go to work, maybe hit the gym, and that's your social life. In the Philippines, life feels alive again. People talk to each other. Strangers make jokes with you in line. You get invited to birthdays, beach trips, karaoke nights. Your girlfriend's family welcomes you like you're already part of the clan. It's chaotic, it's loud, and it's beautiful. Even nightlife feels different. You're not standing in a club being ignored by 22-year-olds. You're dancing under neon lights in Cebu or Manila, and women want to talk to you. You're not invisible here. You're interesting. You're not just someone trying to relive your youth. You're someone who's finally being seen, maybe for the first time in years. And that changes something in you. It's not just about dating anymore, it's about living again. Look, the Philippines isn't perfect. There are scams, bad apples, and things that'll test your patience. But if you're a single man looking for something real, a connection that isn't forced, a woman who actually wants to build something with you, not just take from you, then this might be the last true paradise for guys like us. It's not about escaping the West. It's about finally feeling at home, even if it's halfway across the world. And that's something worth finding.